Did you know that your ancestors' biggest fears might be affecting and even controlling your life today? Well, you see, the thing is, your ancestors, they had certain beliefs, fears, and doubts that they were being given by their ancestors, and they're then handing it down to their descendants, all the way down to you. So it trickles down over the generations, trickles down to you. And it's those fears and limiting beliefs and doubts that are actually determining your life, how you go about life, what you do in life, how much you put yourself out there, what you create for yourself, what you allow yourself to experience, and those type of things. And they hold you back. They keep you kind of stuck in life, and they hinder you from really living the life that you would love to be living. And in this video, I want to share with you just how those ancestral patterns are affecting you and your life today, and what you can do to, first of all, uncover them and also break free from them, because you want to really clear those out so you can really set yourself free and then go about you living the life that you would love to be living, unhindered, unlimited, and as expansive as you would like. So the way those ancestral patterns are affecting you today is they can actually affect you in all areas of your life, because your ancestors, they had experiences, right? Your grandparents, their grandparents, and going down that line, they all had certain experiences that shaped their beliefs, what they thought is possible, and they then handed it down to their children, and then the children to their children, all the way down to you. So if your ancestors had a lot of experience around lack, around limitations, around certain fears of putting themselves out there and then being punished, being rejected, things like that, that formed them, that formed their set of beliefs, right? And they basically then handed that down to their descendants. And if you're experiencing a lack, a lot of limitation in your life, if you feel like that you can only have this or that you have to sacrifice something in order to have what you want, but never feeling like really having the mindset of abundance, that you can have this and that, and then this and that too, right? And if you're also feeling like that you can't really dream big, or if you feel like that you shouldn't dream bigger than you already are, because, well, get real, right? You have to be responsible. You have to, be an adult and things like that. All of those experiences that your ancestors had, they shape you. So here it could affect your finances. It could affect you actually going after your dream, after a life that you would love to live. Maybe you're holding back in what you would like to do for yourself. Maybe you're putting other people's dreams and desires before your own. Maybe you're not setting really clear boundaries. All of those things could be because of those ancestral patterns. And the reason why you want to uncover those really unhealthy ancestral patterns is because, well, you want to set yourself free from that. Because if you're feeling held back in life, if you really would like to move forward, maybe become wealthy, or just at least financially abundant, financially free, financially secure, or really do the work that will feed your soul, really stepping into your more elevated path, whatever it is, but you feel like there's this invisible force that is just holding you back, that no matter what you do, you just simply can't really move forward, or it's not really going the way you would like, or you really feel very limited in certain areas in your life. Same thing could apply to actually your health as well, and actually all areas of your life. So if any area of your life or many areas of your life are not the way you would love them to be, then you may want to really explore if there are any ancestral patterns. And I'm about to share with you how to go about this and how to then clear it and cleanse it and release that to really set yourself free, because you don't want to carry on these things that are not serving you, right? Because for one, you never chose to have those beliefs and fears and doubts in the first place, right? They were handed down to you through your ancestral line. Now, your parents didn't want to have those beliefs probably either, because they were handed down that from their ancestors, from their parents. So you see, it kind of goes all the way back. And here also, I just want to mention that your beliefs are also being handed down to your descendants, your family. So by you uncovering those limiting patterns, You can stop and track now, so you're no longer handing it down to your descendants. And even if you don't have children, but just when you are around friends and family, your set of beliefs impacts them as well. So you really want to uncover them so you can really cut the cord and say, no more, I'm drawing the line here. This is it. I'm the last one that has to deal with these things, so no one else has to deal with it anymore. And of course, to also uplift yourself and your life as well. So let's dive right into how can you uncover those ancestral patterns. Firstly, you want to explore your life. Really explore all areas of your life and see, where do you feel stuck? Where do you have certain fears, certain limiting beliefs, certain doubts? You want to really get clear about that. Each and every area of your life, or at least those areas that you really would like to focus on right now, because they all are interconnected. So if you're focusing on one area, that has a ripple effect to then affect other areas as well. But maybe just do like somewhat of an overall view of your life and uncover any limiting beliefs, any fears, any doubts, and really put them on paper, write them down, get clarity around that. Also, where do you feel limited? Where do you feel held back? Where do you feel hindered to really create the life that you want or have the experience that you would like to have? Think of like that invisible force that seems to keep holding you back. Really get clarity around that. Write it all down. And then you want to dig deeper, uncover what are your own beliefs, fears, and doubts. And then you want to ask, well, where did you pick that up? Maybe did you learn that through your own experiences? Did you maybe learn that from your family? Where did you pick that up? And then also, what have you been taught about these things? And get clarity around that. This is very important, because the first step is just getting awareness of where are things out of alignment. The second step of digging deeper is you want to really get to the core of things. You want to uncover, well, what is yours and what is stuff that you actually picked up from other people through certain experiences, whether through your own experiences or experience that you have gained by seeing other people going through certain things. You really want to get clear on that. Because awareness gives you the power of choice. With the awareness, you can do something about that. You can choose to do something about it or not. It's your choice. But awareness is really key. And then once you have that clarity of these different areas, your beliefs, where you picked it up, all of that, once you have all that clarity, then you want to decide, do you want to continue with this? Do you want to continue having those beliefs, those fears, those doubts? Do you want to continue feeling limited in those areas or held back in any way? Make a decision, because you need to decide that you no longer want to deal with this any longer. Then the next step is you want to heal the negative charge around that. And for that, you can use Ho'oponopono. It's an Hawaiian mantra, and I share with you how that goes. And basically, you use that to clear out the negative charge around anything that you have written down. The way you do that is you tune into the things that you've written down, the things that you decide you no longer want to deal with, you no longer want it. You tune into that. You connect with that. You may even feel it within your being, within your body. And then you just close your eyes, you tune into that, and then you repeat the mantra, the Ho'oponopono mantra, which goes, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. And you keep repeating that. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. And you keep repeating that until you feel that shift. You may even imagine enveloping those feelings, those beliefs, those fears with white light and letting it dissolve into nothingness where they came from. Do this for each and everything that you've written down, that you've come up, that you want to release. Any of those patterns, let them go. And then you may notice something shifting within you. And then once you're done with really clearing that out, once you're done releasing all of those negative patterns, those fears, those doubts, those beliefs that you no longer want to hold on to, you clear that negative charge around that. Then the next step is you want to decide and choose, well, what do you want instead? This is important because first you uncovered all the things that were there, all the beliefs, the fears, the doubts that you had. You decide you no longer want it. Then you cleared it and you release it. Then you want to replace it with something else, something that is more in alignment with who you really want to be. If, for example, you cleared energy around lack and limitation, well, what do you want instead? You want abundance, you want ease, you want prosperity, you want believing in yourself, you want to trust yourself, all of those things. Like, really get clear on what do you want instead. And then what you want to do is you want to embody them. So here what you can do is make a list of all the things that you want instead. You can do it right next to the list that you've already created for all the things that you uncovered, and then just do the positive next to it. And then what you want to do is you really want to anchor in each and every one of those beliefs. Really imagine you're placing them within your heart center. Imagine pulling in the frequency of that, connecting with that frequency. If it's about self-love, for example, really tune in and feel that love for yourself. If it's about prosperity and abundance, tune into the energy of that and really bring that in. Set the intention. You're bringing it in. You're anchoring it in within your heart. You're connecting with that energetically. You want to embody it. So that's why when you're connecting with, you're writing it all down. You're connecting with it. You're really setting the intention. This is me now. This is the new me. This is what I want to believe moving forward. These are now my new patterns. My more empowering patterns are this. And then you want to act from that place. Keep that list of new positive beliefs and patterns that you really want to anchor in. It's going to take some time because there's going to be time when you're kind of slipping back into the old, right? Because you're so used to that, right? So you may be trying to get back into that. And here's about really becoming aware. When are you then acting from that limited place again and then becoming aware like, no, I let that go. I release that no longer. This is my new me. Really reconnecting, realigning yourself to that new you, those new patterns that you really want to ingrain and embody. But this is how you uncover those ancestral patterns, those ancestral fears and doubts that were really handed down to you that you didn't even choose, and then also how to break free from that. Give this a try and feel free to leave me a comment below after you try this and let me know, how did it work for you? Were you really able to uncover those patterns, and then were you able to release them and clear them, and did you notice that shift? I would love to know. And while you're at it, maybe even hit the like button if you enjoyed this video so far, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Hit the notification bell so you can get notified whenever I release new content. But doing this work is absolutely powerful to really set yourself free, because you don't have to deal with all these things. You don't have to hold on to those things that, for one, like I said, you didn't even choose in the first place, and they're only holding you back. And the more you do this ancestral work, the more you set yourself free. Because when you're born, you're a clean slate. And then you're being programmed with all these experiences, the things that your parents teach you, that society teaches you, that your ancestors teach you, your grandparents and your rest of your family. And it's all programming you. You didn't choose any of that, right? So by you getting clarity around that, and by clearing it, by releasing it, you get to decide how you want to move forward. That then puts you in the driver's seat of creating your own destiny, creating your life the way you want to live it. So give this a try. Like I said, let me know how it goes. I would love to know. So thanks so much for watching. Now be sure to check out this video. This is actually a light language activation to help you clear those ancestral patterns as well on a deeper DNA cellular level. So I think you're going to enjoy that. And I look forward to seeing you again in the next video. Until then, make an amazingly abundant and joyful day. Namaste.